The situation that Paws for the Cause is working with is once again in Estill County, an area where at least 70 dogs were seized from a home just a month ago. Once again, they say they are dealing with malnourished dogs, dogs that seriously need a lot of help and donations from the community.
And when I saw the pictures, it just broke my heart because these dogs were barely standing.
Paws for the Cause was called to an Estill County home because of reports of dogs being starved and neglected. If that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same county where there were dozens of dogs found in a hoarding and breeding operation that got out of control about a month ago.
Estill County has been at capacity for the past year and doesn't really have any room to take any dogs in right now.
She says the current case involves at least 20 dogs and some puppies, and some have been covered in gashes and puncture marks where they've been fighting over what little food they have been provided with.
We have videotape of the dogs diving into a 55-gallon garbage can trying to eat the food that was inside that garbage can.
The Estill County Animal Shelter is asking for donations. They need dog food, they need canned pumpkin and plain yogurt, two items that they say they need to help nurse malnourished dogs back to health. Phil Pendleton, now back to you.